First of all, I know the governor's going to walk in any minute, and when he does, you can all tell him that I said I know there will be an opening, soon to be an opening on the New Jersey State Supreme Court. And the governor could do no better than appointing the #1 judge in the state of New Jersey, my godfather, the Honorable Eugene Cody. I want to thank the voters of Essex County. I want to thank all the voters of Essex County, although I am partial to the ones who voted for me. I understand how important it is for everyone to take part in our democracy. From all eligible voters exercising their greatest right as Americans, the right to vote, to all the board workers, thanking all the board workers who make election day work, and all the candidates who win or lose. Without these ingredients, we have no democracy. I would like to thank the members of the Essex County Clerk's Office, the men and women, Arthur Wright, my deputy, the men and women of the Essex County Clerk's Office, who understand that they need to earn their keep every day on behalf of the taxpayers of Essex County. We have been met with many challenges over these last few years. 3 years ago, the federal government mandated that everyone needed a passport to leave this country by boat or by plane. And the men and women of the Essex County Clerk's Office received more applications in a 6-month period than we normally do in an 18-month period. They handled it with professionalism and with a smile. And then 2 years ago, when we were faced with the largest turnout, election turnout since 1960, when more than 80% of the eligible voters came to the polls, they handled it with professionalism and with a smile. And you know, I'm proud that we are a revenue-generating office. We've generated more than $2.5 billion to the County of Essex over the last 4 years through fees associated with passports, with notary publics, with registering business names, and with issuing county identification cards. We have touched all 22 municipalities. They know who we are, and they know what we do. I want to thank Alex and Marie Trento. I want to thank Phil Elijah and Leroy Jones, Joe Parlavecchio and Bill Payne, Armando Fontura and John Clancy, Tom Gifford and Tom Durkin, Guy Orsani and Peter Stewart, and the 26 chairs throughout Essex County who made this victory possible. I want to thank my chairman, Phil Thigpen. Phil Thigpen is a dear family friend. He is the reason that I have a chance to serve the great people of Essex County. Phil Thigpen is a gentleman and a gentleman. I want to thank Steve Adabada. 17 years ago, I graduated from Rutgers University. The next morning, my father told me to get in the car and wanted me to learn something about life, and he took me down to the North Ward Center. I worked for Steve for a year, and I got a chance to see the services that Steve provides his community. He is with his community during the sunrise of their life and the sunset. When I think of Steve and all he has done for his community through education, through daycare, through welfare to work, through taking care of our seniors, I can't help but think of that old saying that says, what we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. I want to thank all the candidates on the November 2nd ballot. I got a chance to run with Albio Series, who was Mr. Experience. Albio Series was a mayor. He was the Speaker of the General Assembly and now a congressman. I got a chance to run with the mayor of the Congress, the greatest constituent services congressman, Bill Pasquale. Then I got a chance to run with a trailblazer, someone who epitomizes the American dream in Donald Payne. You know, Donald Payne has worked himself up from being the district leader, a ward leader, a freeholder, a councilman, and now our congressman. I want to thank Joe DiVincenzo, who is Mr. Essex County. Joe understands that good government is good politics, and he practices it every day. Joe is a taxpayer's best friend and a bureaucracy's worst nightmare. When I think about Joe and the passion and the drive he has to make Essex County not only the best county in the state, but the best county in the country, I am awe-inspired. And you know, we are blessed here in Essex County. We have great public servants. Public servants who have so much bravado and so much confidence, like Teresa Ruiz, like Dick Cody, like Joe DiVincenzo, like Ralph Caputo and Sheila Oliver and Donald Payne. When they go to the halls of Trenton and the halls of Congress, the reason they have so much bravado and so much confidence is because of you. Because they know that each and every one of you are standing with them and standing beside them. Their confidence is derived from your support. I want to thank my wife, Danielle. She is my rock. She stands with me through anything and everything. I am the lucky one in this relationship. When she says I'm easy to live with, I know that's because I'm never home. We have 2 beautiful children, in Mackenzie, who's 4. Mackenzie, will wave? And Christopher, who's 3, and they are the meaning of life. And I want to thank my mother-in-law, Pat. You know, I have the greatest mother-in-law in the world. She does anything and everything for us. I'll tell you, thank you, Pat. I'll close by thanking my parents. My parents never let my brothers and my sister and I forget just how blessed we are to be living in the greatest country in the history of the world. I can tell you there's no place in the world I'd rather be. There's no place in the world I'd rather live, work, and play. There's no place in the world I'd rather raise my family than right here in Essex County. And our diversity is our strength here in Essex County. But through all that diversity, we have a commonality, and that is that we are all Americans. And understand this. Understand that it is well to learn the ethnic backgrounds of your parents, to love and to cherish the ancient folklore, but never forget you are an American first. My parents are complete opposites. My father is the eternal optimist who thinks anything and everything can be accomplished through the power of persuading others to do it. My mother is a realist, and she does everything herself. They told me that life is a never-ending search for respect. First and foremost, self-respect, and then the respect of others. What I have found in life is that fulfillment doesn't come from leisure, it doesn't come from self-indulgence, and it doesn't come from acquiring things. Real fulfillment in life comes whenever you work with all of your spiritual and physical might to serve those less fortunate and to make this world a better place for all of us to live. And I will close with a poem that I think is fitting here on New Year's Day. It's a time of renewal, a time when we look towards our goals of the upcoming year. And you know, in life is filled with peaks and valleys. And all we want in life are more peaks than we get valleys. And during the valley of my father's life, he handed me a poem. And I hold this poem near and dear to my heart because it tells us to live every moment to the fullest. And it goes like this. The clock of life is wound but once, and no man or woman has the power to tell just when the hands will stop, at late or early hour. Now is the only time you own. Live, love, toil with a will. Place no faith in time, for the hands may soon be still. Thank you, and have a happy New Year. Thank you.
Deputy Clerk to read the certification of election.
Happy New Year. Statement of the determination of the Board of Canvassers relative to the election held in the County of Essex on the 2nd day of November in the year of our Lord 2010 for the election of Essex County Clerk for the County of Essex, State of New Jersey, for the ensuing term according to the law. The said Board of Canvassers do determine that at the said election, Christopher J. Durkin was duly elected County Clerk. I hereby certify that the foregoing is a true and correct statement of the determination of the Board of Canvassers of the County of Essex, State of New Jersey. Thank you.
Must be a redhead.
Republican hanging back. Just before I start, I vividly recall 42 years ago,
Chris, my godson, getting a phone call from my little sister Joan from the hospital saying that Chris had been born, and asking if I would be the godfather. And so I responded back, that's a great honor. How did you come to select me? And she said, well, we have 6 brothers and sisters, and I called them, and they all said no. So I'm very happy to accept that. Never look back. All right, family, we ready? Chris, put your hand on mine. Raise your hand. I, Christopher J. Durkin.
I, Christopher J. Durkin,
Having been duly elected county clerk
having been duly elected county clerk
in and for the county of Essex,
in and for the county of Essex,
state of New Jersey,
state of New Jersey,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the state of New Jersey,
of the state of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the governments
to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly promise and swear
I do solemnly promise and swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of the county clerk
of the office of county clerk
of the county of Essex
of the county of Essex
according to the best of my abilities
according to the best of my abilities
and understanding.
and understanding.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But it's about difficult challenges, it is about teamwork, it is about spirit of tenacity that you heard our county executive talk about, and it's about certainly putting our 22 towns first. Let's welcome the mayor of the city of Newark, the Honorable Corey Wilson.
Well, once a friend of mine was very zealous about their faith. I said, look, don't talk to me about your faith. Show me how you treat other people. Don't tell me how much you love your God. Show me how much you love your community through your service. Don't tell me how powerful your prayers are. Tell me how determined your do is. And that's to me what life is. I get lots of political advice, but I just really want to say, Joe, publicly on this day of your inauguration, it's not been your advice that's helped me over the last 4 years. It's been your example. You have consistently shown me the way of being a good leader on everything from government ethics to the practicalities of inspector generals to organizations to even calling Christie when he was U.S. attorney. I followed your playbook. If you look around the city of Newark and see well over a dozen new parks that were built, that was the Joe Dean playbook. When it comes to the city budget, our challenges even more recently of trying to clean up an inherited incredible deficit, that's the Joe Dean playbook. So, so much of what I do is not because of what you said to me, but let me tell you, everybody right now, you've been a phenomenal friend, calling me on some of my lowest moments. But the truth of the matter is the biggest impact you've had on the city of Newark as a leader and as mayor, it has been the example that you've shown, and I'm grateful. Brother Durkin, you are everything you said you thought you would be, and that's amazing to me. You came into my office in one of our first conversations, talked to me from your heart, and you have not veered from that at all. And it is an exceptional man, a rare man, who does what he says and says what he does. And you are that person. That's the definition of integrity. And I'm honored that you are serving in the position that you are. You are a service to this county. And then finally, I just want to say, as I quickly get off the dais, as I'm sure we all want to go, is Martin Luther King said it very eloquently. We are all caught in an inescapable network of mutuality tied in a common garment of destiny. If there is any year that we need each other more than ever, it is going to be 2011. None of us can get through this year successfully without the rest of us. We can only go as far as we're willing to take each other. So let this year be a year of forgiveness. Let this year be a love where we embrace each other and join with each other. From the state problems, the national problems, to the county problems, to the city problems, they're all interconnected. So happy that we have people like Senator Stack here. And I'll tell you what, Joe, this was a crazy week. And I took my first long naps yesterday, and just to leave it at this, with this sentiment of unity and willingness to bring us together, I got up, a BlackBerry was full, Twitter account was full, phone messages backed up, because this is a job. There's a lot of leaders here who do it. When you make yourself accessible, your phone never, ever stops. I laughed and thought to myself, not what would Jesus do, but what would Joe do? It's more my model. But the one thing, after taking a deep breath, I recognize, which is the greatness of Essex County, of New Jersey, and of America, is one thing I realize is I'm not in this alone. We're all in this together. Thank you.